Antonio Brown, his situation with his feet, and his situation with his helmet. So with his feet, he was in a cryogenic chamber.
He was in a cold chamber.
He did not wear the correct footsies. He did not put on the correct pajamas.
He didn't have the Jordans on.
And he suffered severe burns, I guess. Frostbite from the chamber. And it was actually predicted by Madden, considering he was on Madden 19's cover when they used the Frostbite engine.
Well, that is very clever of Madden. My thoughts on that are simple. Last week we talked about the double amputee, Calden Hodge, whatever his name was, playing...
Calder. Get it right. He's a future MVP.
Future MVP. We talked about him possibly being the first double amputee in the NFL. The common solution to frostbite is amputation. So I think we could conceivably see Antonio Brown as the first amputee player in the NFL. Like the Blade Runner, flash a picture up on the screen, we will see Antonio Brown sprinting downfield with scissors for legs, jumping 10 feet in the air to get Derek Carr's sloppily thrown passes.
I don't think Antonio Brown is going to be seeking amputation. So his helmet debacle, he has been wearing the same helmet since he's been in college, wherever the fuck he went to college.
Central Michigan State.
Central Michigan State. And the NFL 4 years ago made certain helmets illegal. They've been developing new helmet technology. And in lockers, it is a list of acceptable helmets has been posted. 32 players were grandfathered in and were allowed to wear helmets that were acceptable. Antonio Brown, Tom Brady being two of them. And eventually they said you're not allowed to wear any of these helmets anymore. And his helmet is 10 years old. And he tried to paint his old helmet with with Raiders colors.
Love that.
And showed up to practice wearing a shitty painted helmet.
Big fan of that.
And he had threatened to not play, but...
He's back.
He's back because they denied his appeal, and he's back.
Well, contrary to what Antonio Brown says, he in fact appears to need football. But I'm a big fan of this. There's a lot of reasons why Antonio Brown would want to keep his own helmet. But the reason I'm saying the most clear, the one player who gave him a concussion before is now on his team. There is no danger anymore. Let him keep wearing the unsafe helmet. But if you're in the NFL, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place if you decide to hold out, because if he holds out, you're really not letting one of your best players play because of his helmet. And if you let him play with the unsafe helmet, you're going to get Will Smith making another movie about you, Concussion Volume 2, The Antonio Brown Chronicles.
Before he decided to come back to practice, I thought he was insane and suffering from a high level of CTE, and I thought he was just a fucking nutcase. But then he decided to come back, and then within the last few days, it has come out that he found a loophole that a helmet made in 2010, or however it works, he can wear. So he's still wearing an old helmet that's illegal. And that's the reason he actually returned to practice.
Bravo.
So I think he's suffering from CTE, and ever since Avonta's Burfict incident, he has been a different person, a different player, and one with not much sanity.
Well, we shouldn't joke about brain damage, but the biggest part of this, which is getting glossed over, this man tried to paint a helmet and apparently actually got it in the building before it got noticed. But oh man,
well, it might have been when he arrived on the hot air balloon.
No, that was later. But that helmet, the hot air balloon's a completely different story. But that helmet, I love that engineer. That shows why he's in the NFL. He's got grit, he's got drive, he's got determination. He gets what he wants. He will go after you legally and with a can of spray paint. I love this. Raiders playoff team this year. Heard here first. You just watched a clip from a podcast produced by two men who are 5-time champions. A link to the original will be in the description down below. Press like, share the video, and check out our socials.